In a similar spirit, beginning today, the department is proud to be hosting an exhibit called Stories of Home, the Southeast Asian Story Project. It's a special interdisciplinary art, creative writing, and research project that gave voice to the refugee immigrants of Southeast Asia. The project was a collaboration between English and art teachers and their high school students at McLean High in Fresno, California, who initiated research into the history and untold story of the Southeast Asian experience. Approximately 700 high school students took part in this project over a 16-month period of time, which helps give voice to stories that had never been documented before. So students engaged in creative writing through vignettes, poetry, and short stories, which focused on 5 periods of the Hmong experience: life in China, life in the mountains, life in the jungle, life in refugee camps, and life in the United States. Student artists then worked diligently to translate student interviews and creative writing into 40 panels of paintings, a graphic novel, an anthology, film, and a variety of other artwork. We are proud and excited to have Stories of Home, the Southeast Asian Story Project, as a part of our opening ceremony. And we have the exhibit housed here at the Department of Interior for the remainder of the month. So after the ceremony, I'd really welcome you to just present your photo ID at the guard tolls and go through security and go straight ahead. The floor is open, and we hope you all will check it out before you leave the building. It is my privilege, in addition, to be able to introduce our next performer who participated in this project, Maxi Mua. Maxi was born and raised in Fresno, California, and now attends the University of California at Berkeley. She is a Horatio Alger California Scholar, and she's won numerous prizes and recognition for her writing, which has brought new attention to the stories of the AAPI immigrant experience. So please join me in welcoming Maxi Mua for her spoken word performance.
Good morning. As you all know, as Rhea introduced, I am Maxi. I'm a first year at the University of California, Berkeley, and I'll be performing. I'll be performing some poetry that I've written quite a while ago. So, okay. Down the lines. I've always wondered if life would be better if I was a guy. I'd be blessed by my great-grandfather. His palm would gently lie on my head, his first and last words determining my dedication to the spirit-calling instrument. Son, see great-grandfather. Now I can hold the thing in my hands. I'd ask my grandfather how to string together a Kogan grass rope. His instructions would be embedded on the lines of my fingers, his tissue too old to heal from the scars, so my itching hands pleasingly take his place. Son, hold the other end. Now I can become a valuable contribution to the family ceremony. I'd listen to my father pay his respects to our ancestors. His words would sit on the lobe of my ear, his rice and pieces of boiled chicken balance on the silver spoon as I questioned balance in this cultural combination of spirits and human beings. Son, thank our forefathers. Now I can eat at the table of respect. I'd take the small share of alcohol from my brother. His red eyes would become mine. His slurring words and stumbling body allows me to become an underage drinker without being recognized as irresponsible. Son, drink to save face. Now I can enjoy the party without judgment. Instead, I stand in the doorway of my great-grandmother's empty home. The cracks in her voice beckon me to come inside. I speak to her, but she cannot hear. My, ma. Come eat with me, she says. So I step across the line of the door, welcomed by her chuckles, but I don't eat. I watch my grandmother pack food at a ceremony before it begins. The long syllables that she holds out in her words magnetize me. I can see her master plan of distractions. Mondita ma oi jodo. Pack these and just make more, she echoes. So I stand behind her, rolling my eyes, but I don't make more. I listen to my mother's scolding of my imperfections. The disapproval sitting at the tip of her tongue makes me cringe. I do not argue in my defense. You will be sent back by your husband's family, she warns. So I sit next to her, hopeless as can be, but I don't care. I attend the lecture of my sister. The articulation of her life freezes me and wants to break me into shards. I try to share my perspective that rises from shadows. You are still too young and do not know, she claims. So I accept her words with a bitter silence, but I don't complain. There's no need to wonder if life would be better if I was a girl. Okay. So this next poem is called Homeland, and it's about my father. I hope you all enjoy this. You know he misses his homeland when the TV is blaring with sounds of the jungle. Thick bamboo trees sway ominously, birds from hidden angles screech and croon, wild leaves crunch under the shoes of the cameraman. He beams at the screen, at Laos, at Thailand, not Mongland. He misses his homeland when he points at the big TV screen, smiling and shouting, "Your sister was born exactly there." Uncertainty relocating his pointed finger around the glare until it lands on a hill green and round like a turtle's back. I used to hide those DVDs of his homeland all the way at the back of the movie case so he would never find them. With only one TV, I couldn't watch America's Next Top Model or American Idol. But you know he misses his homeland when he digs up those DVDs in a tantrum, creating a mess on the living room floor until he finds his prize and forgets his surroundings. In victory, he lies on his throne, hands coolly behind his head. He misses his homeland when he falls asleep on the couch to the Hmong narrator's unusually calm voice that is overpowered by the rustling of the jungle. You know he misses his homeland when you turn off the TV quietly and he wakes up startled. So, as Rhea introduced earlier, I also took part in the Southeast Asian Art Story Project. In the beginning of my senior year, I helped with the basically, just starting the project and getting it on board. At the time, I was the only student that put my foot in, and so we do have the project in the museum, and I hope you all take the time to go see it because it's very important that, the Southeast Asian immigration history and the refugee experience is undocumented and not well known. So if you have the time, please take the time to go see the exhibit. And I just want to give a shout out to the students and Mr. Patterson and Ms. Reimer who also came here today with us, who were a very big part of the project. And we also have Adon, Enrique, and Shul who are also here. And so thank you very much for today. I'm very honored.